It's funny. Most of us use this technology every single day, probably without even thinking twice about it. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and break down how these AI chatbots and personal assistants actually work.
Seriously, have you ever stopped to think about it? You grab your phone, ask for the weather, look up a recipe, tell it to text your friend, and poof, it just happens. It honestly feels like magic, doesn't it? But what's really going on behind that screen? Well, that's exactly what we're about to unpack.
And it all kicks off with something super simple, a command, just like this one. You give the AI a job to do, and in a blink, it seems to understand and respond. It's almost like having a personal tutor on call. But this one little interaction is really the front door to an incredibly complex and fascinating world.
So let's start right there with just how normal this tech has become. I mean, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's the AI in your pocket, on your desk, and pretty much all around you.
Just think about it for a second. You go to a shopping website, and a little chat window pops up to help you out. You ask your smart speaker to play your favorite song. That's all AI. These tools are built to mimic human conversation, take over boring tasks, and generally make our lives just a little bit easier.
Now, you've probably heard people use the words chatbot and assistant kind of interchangeably, right? But there's actually a really important difference between the two. So let's clear that up.
Okay, so an AI chatbot is basically a conversationalist. Its main job, its whole purpose, is to understand what you're asking and then give you an answer or some information. Think about that support bot on a company's website. Its job is to talk to you and solve a problem. An AI assistant, though, that's a doer. It goes way beyond just talking and actually performs actions for you in the real world. This is your Siri, your Google Assistant, your Alexa. It doesn't just tell you the time. It can actually set an alarm for you.
So if you want the simplest way to remember it, here it is. Chatbots talk, and assistants do. A chatbot is your go-to for getting information through conversation, but an assistant takes that to the next level. It manages your tasks, and over time, it even starts to learn what you like.
All right, now we get to the really cool part. How does this all actually work under the hood? Let's take a little peek inside the AI's brain and see what's making the magic happen.
The whole thing really boils down to 4 main steps. First, it starts with your input. That's just you typing or saying something. Then, this amazing technology called natural language processing, or NLP, kicks in. Think of it like a universal translator that figures out what you really mean. Next, a large language model, the LLM, which is like this massive brain that's been trained on almost the entire internet, comes up with a smart, relevant response. And finally, if you need an action done, the assistant uses something called an API. That's basically a special key that lets it connect to your other apps to, say, book a flight or send that email.
And here's something you've got to remember. This technology has come a long way. The clunky chatbot you might have argued with 10 years ago is a world away from the incredibly powerful AI we have today.
And that evolution has been pretty dramatic. We started with these simple, rule-based bots that could only follow a very strict script. Then we got AI-powered bots that could actually understand language and learn a little. But the real game changer, that's generative AI. These advanced AIs don't just understand what you're saying, they can create brand new original content, which turns them from simple tools into seriously powerful partners.
So how does all this techie stuff actually play out in the real world? Well, it turns out these tools are already making a huge difference in how we live and work every single day.
I mean, they are popping up everywhere. Customer support, online shopping, helping students in education, organizing finances and banking, even in healthcare. And in the office, they're summarizing our long meetings and drafting our emails. This tech is making things run smoother in just about every industry you can imagine.
And the payoff here is huge. For us, it means we get help instantly, 24/7, with no waiting on hold. For companies, it saves a ton of time and money, and it frees up their human employees to focus on the really tricky problems. It's just a massive productivity boost all around.
So where are we headed? Well, the future is definitely looking chatty, but it's not all going to be smooth sailing. It's really important to look at both the good and the bad of where this is all going.
Let's be real. For all their amazing abilities, these tools are not perfect. It is crucial to remember they can still get things wrong, they can make stuff up, and we have to ask some serious questions about data privacy. Plus, they have zero understanding of human emotion, and maybe the biggest thing, they're only as good as the data they were trained on. But hey, despite those challenges, one thing is crystal clear, and this quote really nails it. AI assistants are not some cool new gadget anymore. They are quickly becoming a completely normal integrated part of how we live our lives.
And that leaves us with a fun little question to think about. As this technology keeps getting smarter and more capable, what's that one thing, that one task you secretly wish it could just take off your plate for good? Something to chew on.